Today we are talking about the craziest baseball game I have ever heard of. So let's get started. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Virtual History 360. I'm Mr. Wade, and I'm here to help you understand history just a little bit better. Well, be sure to stick around until the end of the video to see why it is so important to verify your sources. But before we get to that, we should go back to the beginning. This idea came about when I saw this tweet from Ben Porter. He talks about a game ending 2.5-2 in extra innings, and that the winning run was hit by an axe. There was even a newspaper clipping to support this. It seems too good to be true, so I had to look into it. Here's the story as published by the Bethlehem Globe-Times on August 4th, 1937. Let me summarize it for you. It's being told from the perspective of Wild Bill Setley when he was 79 years old. He tells of a game from 1893 that was won by the heroics of Mike Kilroy. He tells us that Kilroy broke his bat in the 11th, which happened to be the last bat either team had with them. But instead of giving up, Kilroy goes to the woodpile and picks up an axe. The other team didn't want to allow this, but Kilroy insisted on his at-bat. He was holding an axe. On the first pitch, he connected and cut the ball in half. One part was a fly out to first, but the other part went over the fence. Kilroy rounded the bases and was called out. He argued that since half of the ball went over the fence, it should count as half of a run. Setley tells us that there was a beaut of an argument that ensued, and Mike won his point, and the game was decided by his half home run. Now, this got me thinking, how easy would it be to cut a baseball in half with an axe? I understand that I'm using a modern baseball with a cork and rubber pill in the center, which allows energy to reflect back. But even with this, I think we'll be able to tell what would happen. So, with that being said, let's take a look at what happened. One thing to keep in mind is that I was hitting a stationary object into the solid ground. Imagine a ball flying towards you at 80 miles per hour. Take a look at the damage. I barely made it through the leather. So here's what I think. I think you need to verify your sources and do some fact checking before you believe what you read. I did a little digging and was able to find Mike Kilroy on baseballreference.com. For starters, he was not even playing with Allentown in 1893. He joined that team in 1894. And look at his stats from that year. You'll see he did indeed hit a home run. But it was not a game-winning shot in the 11th. Kilroy did have a game-winning single in the 11th inning of a game against Shenandoah, but not Pottsville. So, not even the same team that Setley remembered. Memory can play tricks on you, and I believe this is a good example of that. So, remember to always verify your sources, even if they are newspapers. It is always better to use a primary source, not a secondary source that was written 37 years after the fact. Tell you what, leave a comment below telling me what you think of this story, and let me know of any crazy sports stories that you might have heard. While you're there, go ahead and hit that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to check out my other videos like the ones you see to the side over here. I have other history videos, other civics videos, as well as videos shot in 360, so check them out. I know you'll like them. For Virtual History 360, I'm Mr. Wade. I'll see you next time.